Hi beautiful people, my name is Daniella and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing an XO kitty review. So excited to be talking about this show because I love the To All the Boys series. Like, if you know anything about me, you will know I love To All the Boys series. I read all the books, I watched all the movies, love Lana Condor, Noah Centineo, and I love Anna. So I was so excited when they told us we were gonna get an XO kitty. I really enjoyed this show, so let's get right into it. I'm gonna talk about the characters, plot, and what I want for season 2. There will be spoilers, so here we go. Starting off with the adults, I'm gonna talk about Gina and Lee. Well, actually, let's talk about Gina, Lee, and Eve's song Kitty's mom. I knew from the beginning that it wasn't going to be Kitty's mom that had the baby. Like, it would just, that would be too easy, and I feel like that just doesn't really work. So it made more sense for it to be Gina, and that's why Gina didn't want to talk about Eve, because like she knew about this big old secret. Like, it makes sense. I was not expecting baby daddy to be Professor Lee. Like, I was actually shocked. Anyway, let's talk about those two characters separately. First of all, Gina. She was a terrible mother to Yuri, which I'll get into later. I cannot believe that she sent Juliana away. That is actually sick and twisted. But she was always dressed down. I loved Gina's outfits. They were amazing, they were beautiful, and I think she just had a really great style. So I really enjoyed that. Her being really weird about Eve, that she knew her, was kind of weird. But I love that she, at the end of the season, realized that she needed to fix her family, because her and her family were not working. And speaking of Gina, I'm going to talk about Yuri's dad, which I don't remember his name, so I'm just going to call him Yuri's dad. He was not a good man. He was not a good man, and I hope that Gina and him divorced. He was terrible. This was actually Gina and him, but using Day as a pawn in their life was just not fair to Day. And I think that it's really sick and twisted that an adult would think of that and force that upon a child, especially because I know in a lot of cultures, I'm assuming in Korean culture as well, respect is probably a very big thing for adults. Like, you can't just defy them, especially because they're holding his position in school over him. That is just so not fair. So I don't like that. Now let's talk about Lee. Loser. He was just so mean to Kitty for no reason. I get teaching at this high level school and having these American kids come in and we don't know as much. I'm sure American school system is not that great, so I understand we probably suck, but don't make Kitty feel so bad about it. Help her in the ways you can. Like, be a nice teacher, you know? I really didn't like that, but I also really love seeing Professor Lee in the detention episode. I also really just love that episode. I love a detention episode. Breakfast Club Esque is always fun because you got to see more of him, and him just like singing around his house is just so cute. The way that he was at Chuseok, I think that's how you say it, to Alex when he said, "I'm so happy I didn't have kids," and Alex is sitting there like, "I'm your kid." Like, that makes me really sad for him. Gina and Lee together, I want them together. In season 2, I want Gina to break up with Yuri's dad and get back with Lee. They love each other. You can tell. The way he was holding her hand, the way they were so close. They love each other, and I want them together. Next up, we're gonna talk about one of my favorite characters, Alex. He was so sweet. Two things I love with Alex. The scene when Kitty runs out of the welcome party and she's like, "Day, I don't want to talk to you," and he's like, "I'm not Day." Like, that was so funny. I love that introduction of his character. I also really loved when he went up to Professor Lee. Professor Lee thought he was a student. I just love Alex so much. His little Australian accent is so cute, and I really love that him and Kitty got to work together to find out who his birth parents are. This whole storyline, I wasn't sure how it was going to go, but I really love that it was Alex and that he got to find out about who his birth parents were. I think he was a really great teacher. He was the perfect bridge between Gina and Professor Lee and Kitty's age, like that age range. Like, he was right in the middle, and Alex was just so perfect. He was so sweet, and I really loved him. I'm hoping to see more of his like character development next season. I definitely want him to stay. Please do not go back to Australia. When he got mad at Kitty though, I really like that made sense. I wasn't mad at him for being mad at Kitty, because Kitty really needed to realize that not everyone was on her terms and on her time. While it wasn't really affecting her life that seriously, this was a very big deal to him. He was finding out that his birth mother could possibly be dead and that he would never get to meet her, and that is a lot to take in. But also finding out that his birth mother is alive and that his birth father didn't even know that he existed or didn't even want him must have been very hard on him as well. So I just really appreciated Alex, and I loved his character. Next up, we're gonna talk about two other characters I really loved. Well, I didn't really love. I liked them being love interests, Florian and Madison. Talk about Florian first. Why did he cheat? Because now he's put everybody at jeopardy, and I really don't like that. But I like Florian otherwise. I thought he was very fun. I did not appreciate him getting Kitty drunk though, especially because it is a big taboo in Korea for underage drinking. So why do that to her, especially since you knew it was her first time? That I didn't appreciate. Otherwise, I really like Florian. Madison, on the other hand, I started off not liking her. She just seemed so annoying, and she just seemed like really try hard, like only speaking Korean and all that stuff. Like I was just like, girl, you need to calm down. When she said hi to Kitty in Korean, and Kitty was like, dang, I need to work on my Korean. Like, no, seriously, because I don't do that. I didn't like her at first, but I also honestly really enjoyed her. Her turning point for me was the detention episode when she was like, okay guys, like let's do it, let's have fun. I really enjoyed her, and I think she's like an interesting character, and I want to see more of her because she was just very fun. We're gonna talk about more of the main cast, and we're gonna start off with, personally, I think my favorite character, and that is Q. I love Q. I love him so much. He is just like the sweetest guy, and I just loved his character. I loved how he was always there for Kitty. He was always helping Kitty out, even when he really wanted to be there for Day as well. Like he knew that Kitty needed someone. He was always there for her, and so I really appreciated Q. I loved his support for Kitty through everything. I loved that even when he was annoyed with Kitty, he still helped her out, even when he didn't want to. I also really loved Q and Florian. I thought they were so cute, and I'm so happy that Kitty used her matchmaking skills on the two of them. I also do really understand his anger with Florian's cheating, because I mean, he said it really plainly. He is an athlete, and so cheating is something that is very serious regardless. To an athlete, I think that's even more, because what they do is based off of being fair, and so if someone is cheating, then that hurts everybody else. Seeing how he knew it wasn't right for Florian to do what he did, and now I think that's gonna be a big plot point in season 2. Hopefully we get one, because now Florian took the top spot away from Day, which is a big issue. We never got to see the sport that Q plays, and I wish we got to see that, because they just kept saying he was an athlete, but they never said what sport he played, when he's playing, so I would love to see that more as well. And I love the way that he was there for everybody, not just Kitty, but for everybody. Like he was helping Minho, he was helping Day, he was helping Yuri, he was helping everybody. I just appreciate him so much. I love Q, and the actor that plays him was so amazing, so I'm a Q fan club. Next up is Minho. Starting off the season, Minho was not one of my favorites, but I knew he would definitely grow on me, and he most definitely did. I think he's a really good character. I think he's a really interesting character. I like his placement within the friendship group, which I'll talk about a little bit more a little later. Him realizing that he has a crush on Kitty was super cute. Him and Madison's relationship leading to him realizing that he wants a relationship and not like a spling or something that's not serious. I really appreciated it because he developed and he had so much growth, and that was really fun. Him at first, he was so unnecessarily rude and mean to Kitty. Like I don't understand why he was so mean to her, because she didn't do anything to him. All she wanted to do was be with Day. I guess in his mind he was protecting Day and trying to do what was best for him, but I just didn't like the way he was treating Kitty because of it. I really didn't appreciate him telling on Kitty living in their dorm, because then she had to be put with that disgusting roommate, and it caused a lot of issues. I really didn't enjoy the Chuseok episode where he cooked and him and Kitty became closer. That was really sweet. So I don't know, I really like Minho, and I think there's so much growth and room for him to develop, and so that's what I'm really excited for. Now we're going to get into the main cast, the 3 main characters. Yep, I'm gonna talk about Yuri, Day, and Kitty. So first off, I'm gonna talk about Yuri. I love Yuri. She is so cute. I just love her so much. From the moment we saw her in the first episode, I was like, oh, I'm gonna like you. Like, she might be the mean girl, but she was great. I really loved her storyline. I was not expecting her to be this lovable. I thought she was gonna be a mean girl. I thought we were gonna be made to really hate her and just think that she was the worst. But seeing that her story was just that she was closeted and she was not being allowed to come out because of her family and her parents, it really just made me feel so much for her. And I really just like, I wanted so much for her, and I wanted the best for her. Was she mean to Kitty? Yes, but I just have so much like love and understanding for her. Her and Juliana are super cute, and I'm really happy that she is finally gonna get to be with her. I really appreciated the fact that Yuri, although she was rude and disrespectful to her parents, she never sugarcoated things. Like, she just was like, you guys are being terrible. They needed to hear it because they just were not listening to her. I was shocked though that she was like making memes out of her dad, putting their family at risk though, because I would not do that. Like, that's a little bit scary. Yuri and Kitty, I was not expecting, and I'll talk about that a little bit more when I talk about Kitty, but I would really love to see the 2 of them. I know that Yuri has Juliana now, and that is who she wants, like that's who she's in love with, but I would love to see Yuri and Kitty. Next up is Day. Start off the season not liking Day, and honestly now I'm just kind of indifferent about Day. I think Day is a really sweet dude at heart. I don't know how I feel about Day. I don't want Kitty to end up with Day, but I also feel bad for Day now because he literally had 2 girls just drop him, and Yuri and him were fake, so that was never really going to be a thing, but I think he started to develop feelings for Yuri. And so that made me sad that he just was gonna get kicked to the curb. But then when he got with Kitty, the girl he really wanted to be with, she still wasn't feeling it for him. And so I would love to see single era Day. I would love to see Day being best friends with Yuri and Kitty, like them being a trio that just like are best friends would be super fun to me. But I don't know, Day seems like such a sweet dude, and he just been put through so much this season. And him and Minho's relationship being jeopardized because he needed to keep the secret for Yuri makes me sad. Day was put in a lot of hard positions this season. It makes me super sad for him, but I don't like love Day, but I don't hate Day. I just am very indifferent about Day, and I would love to see more development of who he really is, because I feel like a lot of the season he had to be someone he really isn't. That sucks. It really must suck to be in a fake relationship with someone that you don't really like, then start to like them, and they tell you no more and they break up with you. Then you end up with the girl you really want to be with, then she can't trust you, and then she tells you that she likes someone else, and you think it's your best friend, but it's not your best friend, it's the girl you were just dating. He has been through all of it. He's been through a lot. I want justice for Day. I want Day to be happy, and I just want more for him. Now we're gonna get into my girl, Kitty. I love Kitty. I love Anna, the actress that plays her. She's so beautiful, but she's also just really amazing. I've loved seeing her grow from Kitty into All the Boys to now XO Kitty. It's so amazing. Kitty's been through a lot. Kitty's been through a lot. I'm gonna go through Kitty season through like the characters, her interactions with the characters. Kitty and Q's relationship I've already talked about. I love that he helped her out so much. I love that they work together. Kitty and Minho was not something I was expecting, and now I'm rooting for it, and the end of the season really got me excited. Like, I want that to happen. It would be kind of beneficial for her. I don't know. Kitty and Day, she was going through a lot, and I hate that she had to be put through so much hurt and heartache because of miscommunication. Y'all know I hate a miscommunication storyline. I hate a miscommunication plot, and that was the majority of the season. I feel bad for her for that because she just got put through so much miscommunication and she didn't deserve to. Kitty and Yuri was something I was not expecting, but I love it. Like, I literally love that Kitty and Yuri might become a thing because it would be so cute. And I think that this show being more than just Kitty going to find Day, but Kitty figuring out her sexuality, something that's so beautiful and something that I was not expecting. But I am really excited to see if we get a season 2 and more seasons, how that will continue on and how Kitty will grow. Kitty is a star. This show was really great, and I just loved all the characters, and I'm so excited to see what's next. I also have to say, seeing where Kitty and Day have their first kiss was so sweet and so beautiful. It made me super nostalgic forward to All the Boys movies because Peter Kaminsky and Lara Jean had really great grand gestures throughout the movies, and so seeing that for Kitty made me really happy as well. Now we're gonna talk about the plot, because I need to talk about certain things in the plot. I loved the fact that Kitty was living with the boys. It really gave off a New Girl type of vibe, and I don't know if that was just me, but I really felt like New Girl as feeling, and it just felt very New Girl when I was watching. I think that obviously Kitty is Jess, Minho is Schmidt, Day is Nick, and Q is Winston, and I would give honorary member to Yuri as Cece because she lived with them for a little bit. But it really was really fun, and I really enjoyed that aspect, and I hope that they continue that next season. Like, I really don't want that to end because I think that really helped with the plot, with the storyline, and it added so much fun, and so I really want that to continue because that was really cute. The love triangle, the love square, there's so many things going on. I loved it. I was not expecting that. I thought this was gonna be clear. Kitty's going for Day, Day is not available, Kitty is trying to bring out the fake relationship, but there was so much more in it, and I really loved it. I would love to see more of this love triangle and love square kind of like fixed. I think Day is kind of now out of the picture, possibly, but I don't know because I think Day still really loves Kitty, but Kitty is feeling Yuri, but then Kitty might be feeling Minho because Minho is feeling Kitty. There's so many things going on, so I loved that. Jenny Han ate that up. I love her for that. One thing that was really weird to me that I felt was just kind of a little bit odd, but also maybe very realistic in high school and how young people feel, is that everyone was saying I love you. Everyone was saying I love you, and I feel like they didn't show very accurately time passing because it felt like people just got into a relationship and were saying I love you so quickly. But in realization, I'm saying, okay, it's the end of the semester and we start at the beginning of the semester, so much time has passed. But it just felt like every single relationship was like, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. And I guess they did show time passing in those scenes at the beginning of one of the episodes where like they're all like making out and you just see them in different spots. But I would have loved to see more development of the relationships before they all started saying I love you, because the I love yous felt very just kind of like odd, a little bit weird to me and very like rushed. It added more complication because all those relationships are going through different things. The I love you just didn't feel genuine. So I would have loved to see more of those relationships being developed, maybe not in like a time-lapse type of way, but like actual dialogue and stuff, so that those I love yous made sense. Now I'm gonna conclude with what I would love for season 2. Season 2 has not been confirmed, and with the current writer's strike and the possible actor strike coming soon, I don't know if we're gonna hear about a confirmation or a cancellation anytime soon. Obviously, stand with the WGA and stand with SAG if they end up striking as well. I would love to see a second season if that is possible, and if that's not possible, I am really content with what we got with this season. What I would love to see in season 2 is Kitty's bi era or pan era, whatever she wants to be. I would love to see her do that. I love her to feel super comfortable and just figuring out who she wants to be with. I would love to see Lara Jean and Margot, or one or the two. I think in a lot of those moments where Kitty was struggling, I feel like it would have been so perfect to have Lara Jean or Margot FaceTime her and for her to like tell them about what she was going through and get advice from them, because that would have been so much fun. And I think it would make so much sense because those sisters are so close, and Kitty would have gone to one of them if she wanted to. I know that Jenny Han talked about how they didn't want cast members from To All the Boys to kind of come in and like overshadow Kitty, but I think it would have been really nice to include them in and getting their advice. I mean, we did get them in like text messages, but actually physically seeing them in like a FaceTime call would just be so much better to me. Especially speaking as someone who is very close with their sister, and you know, like she goes to school far away, and so we FaceTime all the time, and I know that Kitty would be doing the same thing, so I just wish we got to see that a little bit more. I would love to see more matchmaking from Kitty. She did an amazing job this season, but I would love to see that be more of a bigger storyline in season 2 if that's possible. Kitty is a matchmaker, and I'd love for her to matchmake for herself as well, because she needs help on that as well. Like I said before, I would love to see Yuri and Kitty together. I think they're super cute, but I also don't want Juliana to get hurt, so I want this to be on both of their terms and in the perfect way. One more thing is that I would love for there to be like a parents weekend and for Kitty, dad, and stepmom to come, because I feel like that would just be also really fun. And that is all I have to say about EXO Kitty season 1. I really enjoyed this show. I definitely will be rewatching it, and I'm so excited for what's to come. I also really loved the Jenny Han moment in there. I saw her as the person at the desk at the airport for Kitty. That was super cute. I loved that. I continued the beautiful, bright, and colorful color scheme from the To All the Boys movies, and I'm so happy about that because that's one of my favorite parts about the To All the Boys movies. They're full of color and life and beauty, and I'm so happy that that was continued in this show. Thank you guys all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. I want to hear what y'all have to say about EXO Kitty. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Who are you rooting for in the love triangle, the love square? I'm currently rooting for Yuri or Minho. I'm sorry, Day. He's just not in the picture anymore. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!